Secretary Ajay Sani, Additional Secretary Pankaj, Devjani Ghosh, Sharat, ladies and gentlemen. It is a great day for me personally because I see a great maturing of the movement which we had called Digital India. References were made by Shraddha, by Devyani, Nivritti and many others. I would like to just briefly recall the philosophical underpinning of this movement, where we have traveled, and how I see today's event, the startup event, as a part of the larger narrative which we are unfolding for India. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi is a visionary, long experience of governance, understands the power of technology. And when we came to power in 2014, he gave the first principle: we have to reform, perform in order to transform. That was the first principle. And the second, in this India's journey of transformation, technology will play a very important role. Because Mr. Narendra Modi started playing with technology in early 90s and could see its power. He saw to it that I was from before, all the ministers are on Facebook or on Twitter, are engaging on social media. Digital India, Make in India, Startup India, Stand Up India, Smart Cities are all technology-based programs designed to reform. But when I started articulating Digital India, I set certain targets for myself. Obviously, the service sector in the IT has done a very good job, but we had to go beyond. And then Digital India designed to empower ordinary Indians with the power of technology. Second, Digital India must lead to digital inclusion, bridging the digital divide, digital haves and digital have-nots. And thirdly, most important, this must be done through technology which is low cost, developmental and produced in India as far as possible. With this principle, Ajay Sani talked about Aadhaar, Jan Dhan, Mobile, Jam Trinity. Today, with the digital profile of India, of close to 1.3 billion population, 1.21 billion, nearly 1.2 billion mobile phone, 1.24 billion Aadhaar card, is writing its own story of success in digital inclusion. We send direct benefit transfer 8.50 crore and saved close to 1.50 crore. E-scholarship, e-hospital, e-visa, digital payments. And I was very clear in my mind that we will never succeed unless Digital India becomes a mass movement. And what the NASSCOM distinguished chairman Devjani talked about, for inclusion to happen, we must empower ordinary Indian women. That was the goal I had set for myself. Our common service center, it was close to 80,000 plus. Today it is 3 lakh plus. 12 lakh people work there, about 70,000 plus women. I had taken Devyani to the skilling of, computer skilling of SC/ST women in Gaya, in the CSC. हमने कहा चलो तुम देखो कैसे देश को हम बदल रहे हैं. And how it changes, ladies and gentlemen, I called them for my meeting in Delhi. Women entrepreneurs in particular. Earlier they used to come with their husbands. हमने कहा इनसे बोलो मैंने रिक्वेस्ट किया है अकेले आया करें. And now they come on their own from far parts of India. That is how empowerment helps. And Devyani, I don't know whether you recall or not, in Gaya, when the woman from SC/ST community had come, they had come with their ghungat hair. And 1 month of training has shifted the ghungat from here to here with a mouse in the hand. That is the power of digital inclusion. I said, Digital India to succeed, become competitive, the government entities also must become competitive. You have seen UPI today, promoted by Government of India in a significant way. GSTN, again, Government of India involvement. I told my NIC team, your people have to become competitive, innovative. They have changed. We started interacting with them in Delhi. I'm happy they have become very innovative. STPI must also change. In promotion of BPO in small towns of India. Today, STPI has played a very crucial role. I remember when I had gone to Bangalore in 2014, large number of interaction had with big IT companies. When I came out of the hotel room, large number of young people from different parts of the country were waiting to meet me. And when the girl said, sir, do something, we can revert to our small towns. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I can share with you a lot of opposition from my department. हमने कहा कुछ नहीं करना है. This is how I give my task. We are giving subsidy to small entrepreneurs who are setting up BPOs. Can you believe we have now close to 200 BPOs in small towns of India? And which are those towns? The towns are Kohima, Imphal, Jorhat, Guwahati, Malda, Murshidabad, Patna, Muzaffarpur. Gaya is coming, Bhiwandi, Aurangabad, Jalna, Jalgaon, Ghaziabad, Bareilly. The digital appetite is everywhere. You need to tap it. And that's what we have done by this. I asked NILET also to become more productive in terms of their training program. This whole eGEM. What is eGEM? A public platform for procurement of goods, government in particular. And I had told Ajay Sani, please see to it that the startup products are also available on eGEM. And I'm happy to note that they are going to start it. I would like my startup products to be available for procurement by Government of India agencies as well, and others too. ENAM, digital literacy. About 6 crore people are going to become literate. Large number have become literate. This ecosystem which we sought to create gave a different momentum. And I'm very happy in that. I'll talk about the startup a little later. But all the stakeholders from NASSCOM to other bodies, to the iSpirit, to others, have played a very, very crucial role, including other professional bodies, including top IT companies. And today, I need to compliment that. Today, I'll mention a personal note. Many of whom you know me, I rarely talk about myself. My motto in life is, let my work speak for me. And a week ago, Apolitical, a leading think tank come social NGO of London, whose members are Harvard and Oxford University professors, entrepreneurs, policy makers, authors, and knowledge partners are World Bank and World Economic Forum. They measure digital governance parameters all over the world. And about 4 days ago, they have adjudged me and the 100 most influential leaders in the field of digital governance. 2 years ago, they have ranked me, again, top 20 global leaders. This time I was told only 7 people are there from the political side. I am one of them from India. How it happens, ladies and gentlemen? It happens for the simple reason, it is not my achievement. It is a collective achievement of all of you. Digital India today is having global resonance. And therefore, I treat it as a part of that collective accomplishment. Now, if India has to go further, it cannot grow except with the startup movement. Devyani said, when this award was discussed with me, Hamnaga, you must have women entrepreneurs. Why women entrepreneurs? I'm a great supporter. Apart from this government, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, Triple Talaq, you know, this women's pilots' right to fly fighter planes were pending for a long time. The worst thing Narendra Modi ji did was to trust Indian women pilot to fight the fighter plane also, and now they are flying. That's how we trust our women in that way. From Chandrayaan to Mangalyaan, you have seen women scientists playing a crucial role. I said, no, I will trust women also. And I'm so happy, excited to see the glimmer of hope and excitement on the faces of all the awardees. Congratulations to all of them. You have done a great job. Keep it up. You know, I'll give you a personal example as to how technology empowers and transforms. Digital village program is going on of my department. We have set up close to 700 digital villages. Some of them was also established in my city of Patna on a pilot basis. You have the Wi-Fi, you have the CSC, you have the small BPO, etc., etc. In some of the villages, I monitor their progress, and many young girls who could not speak English were rarely allowed to go out of their homes. We are trained digitally in computer literacy program, and thereafter started operating the BPO and other digital results available in their villages. When I was contesting, I was busy in my election campaign. They made a video on their own in English. They talked in English as to how Ravi uncle has changed their lives. It was so moving to see them speaking in English. Hardly in 1 year, a transformation has taken place. Today I have appealed to all the giants sitting here, and it's a very earnest appeal of mine, from Devyani to Nivritti to everyone to Shraddha to all the big ones. We are going to set up 1 lakh digital villages in the coming few years. Should I expect some of you to patronize and mentor those digital villages in your own way? I'll be very happy. They should become center of empowerment, of promoting entrepreneurship. अजय, मैं बहुत दिन से एक बात सोच रहा हूं, आपको एक बात कहनी है, इसको बिल्कुल मेरा पक्का निर्देश मान के रखिए आप. I follow a lot of small entrepreneurs in different villages of India. कोई सीप का कोई प्रोडक्ट बनाते हैं. I was amazed to learn, ladies and gentlemen, in my own state, Rayam is a far secluded village of North Bihar, closer to Nepal border. A lot of grass is grown there. They have picked up the tactics of taking those grass, drying it, painting it, and carving out our products out of that, from bangles to others. And they are sending it abroad. Sujini products. Ajay Sahni, these type of products are there in abundance in the entire country. Would my department map up digitally these products? I would very much like CSC to follow it properly and make a digital profile of all these enterprise and entrepreneurship happening in the far corners of the country. I would like all my agencies to help CSC and others, NIC to others, so that we have a digital catalog of these enterprise and entrepreneurship who are doing so well in India. I would like all of you to pick them up. I always say why a startup is important. A startup is the finest product of New India as to how New India is changing, of enterprise, of entrepreneurship, of talent hunting. And therefore, as far as we are concerned, we have cleared all the policy. Aadhaar law is in place with due regard to privacy, passed by Parliament. We have the software product policy, which Ajay Sani talked about. We have the open source policy. Lots of opposition was there from Western interests. Humne got nothing doing. If you do business in India, the source will be open to be used by all. Ultimately, they agreed. We have the electronic policy. On my communication side, we have the digital communication policy. Nearly all the policies in place except the data protection law, which we are already a work in progress. I will talk about data a little subsequently. But the point is, from our side, we have done all the policy initiative. If something more is required, we are open for that. Now come and tap this great opportunity. And let me be very frank, people are coming to India not for the love of India. People are coming to India because India is a huge market. And therefore, Facebook has the biggest presence in India. WhatsApp has the biggest presence in India. Twitter has the second and third biggest presence in India. LinkedIn has the biggest footfall in India. I welcome them all. India is an open society, come. We believe in democracy. But if world is looking towards India, I would love my Indian entrepreneurs to lead India for the world also. That is a start. And we will be there behind you. Now, just now, we gave so much of award to fintech. I want to share something very interesting with you. How India is, Sharad, you better note it. In November 2016, we have 9.83 crore transactions worth 112 lakh crore, 1.57 trillion. In July 2019, latest I have yet to get, it has become 332 crore transaction worth 344 lakh crore, 4.8 trillion US dollars. And UPI transaction, again, from 1.2 lakh transactions in November 2016, it has gone to clearly August 2019, 91.8 crore transactions worth 21 billion US dollars. That is the potential we are seeing. And what impresses me the most, ladies and gentlemen, as far as my information goes, most of this is powered by rural India, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities. E-commerce, mostly empowered and propelled by small cities and towns because they don't have malls, but they have the ambition, they have the aspirations. Therefore, if you ask me what is the next in digital India, as Devyani asked, Devyani, my focus is very clear. I want digital India to become a platform to transform rural India. I want digital India to become the platform to create aspiration in Tier 3 and Tier 4 cities. I want digital India to become a big beacon for inclusion, healthcare, education, and entrepreneurship. If that is the case, then obviously there is a compelling case for social startup. And I would recommend Mr. Ajay Sani that henceforward, women category I'm excited about, social startups must be encouraged so that they unleash their power more and more to make India a very extraordinary case. Because the world is looking towards India, the developing countries in particular. And I had a very interesting personal experience of that. I had shared on some platform earlier also. 1.5 years ago, I had gone to Bahamas in the Commonwealth Law Ministers Conference, my other responsibility. And wherever I go, Digital India goes with me because now the world has acknowledged it. I also talked about how we are digitizing the judicial delivery system. So many ministers of African countries, Commonwealth, is a congregation of those who were under British rule earlier. They came, Ravi sir, we want Digital India. We want Aadhaar. Give us more. Educate us more. Now there is a global excitement about the transformative character of Digital India. And I want to expand it further, ladies and gentlemen, by focusing the success of Digital India in Tier 2, Tier 3, Tier 4 cities, and Mufassil and semi-urban and semi-rural and rural parts of India. And I would expect my department, मुझे बहुत खुशी होगी अजय साहनी कि आगे के अवार्ड में मुझे कुर्ता पजामा और धोती में चलता हुआ एक किसान मंच पे आएगा जिसने अपनी ताकत से बदलने का काम किया है. ये मेरी बहुत ही क्लियर सोच है और आप जानते हैं थोड़ा मैं डिफरेंट मिनिस्टर हूं, थोड़ा फर्म रहता हूं, तो मैं अपने विभाग से अपेक्षा करूंगा कि ऐसे स्टार्टअप को इनकरेज करें. You just see, we are linking by optical fiber 250,000 gram panchayats of India. 3/4 we have linked already. A question arose of their maintenance, further use. We have given 1 lakh gram panchayat to CSCs and they have become entrepreneurs, they are using it. This is how we are creating entrepreneurship in India and I am very happy about that. We need to, today the mighty hub has started. I am very happy. It will become the platform, the registry will be a matter of great coordination, innovation, bridging the gap areas. Because in this whole startup ecosystem, what I have been able to observe is there is a greater need of more amicable coordination between various stakeholders. And that I would expect. There is international collaboration also. We have a TIDE scheme, Technology Incubation and Development of Entrepreneurs. Ladies and gentlemen, सरकार के सब काम की आलोचना होती है, इनको अच्छे काम बताना चाहता हूँ. आप सुनिए, मेरा विभाग शांति से काम करता है, लेकिन अच्छे काम भी करता है. Now this, we gave a lot of encouragement. 27 incubation center at premier technology institutions like IIT, NIT, 2 virtual incubation center at Ahmedabad and IIT. 207 startups have benefited from these centers. 384 entrepreneurs have emerged, out of which 34 are women entrepreneurs. And these startups have attracted 172 crore of investment from venture capitalists. 172 crores. About 3,000 jobs have been created and 74 patents have been created. And 243 products have been developed by these startups. Now we are going to come with TIDE 2 scheme. 51 incubation centers shall be set up. Target is to develop 2,000 startups and 256 crore of financial outlay in the coming 4 to 5 years. Therefore, we shall be on with our job. And I am very clear. I am grateful to the Prime Minister for entrusting with this responsibility of IT and electronics. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very clear, after working as an IT Minister for close to 5 years plus and seeing all of you work, I have handled so many departments, I have been an activist for my student life, but gaining the experience of IT Ministry and seeing the enterprise of young people, आसमान को छूने की तमन्ना, I have not the slightest doubt, no power on the earth can stop India from becoming a global power empowered by technology. I am very convinced about it. And the startup is going to play a crucial role. Nearly 23,000 startups are there, 800 are technological, 21 are unicorn, $1,000 is the revenue. But when I see the global number of unicorn, that number is 400 plus. There is a case for greater mentorship and encouragement. One last point I have to mention, and that is 2-3 points quickly I'll touch and then I'll conclude. The first is obviously 1 lakh digital villages, which is the passion of mine. The second, I just recounted all the small artisans in the rural part of India who are involved. They must be digitally mapped by our system. And I would like the startups to handhold them. Thirdly, deep technology, a little words about it. Can India become the center of deep technology? It was talked about. Nivritti, you, the whole other team, big companies in India. Devjani, you as the head of the ANASCOM, Sharad, all other entrepreneurs. How can we leverage India's latent talent to make India a good hub of deep technology? IIT, other bodies are there. I'm thinking myself, Ajay, please be in more discussions with them. If it requires some policy interventions, please take those policy interventions. India must become the big center of patent of intellectual property. And I take Nivritti's point very seriously, Ajay. If it takes 4 years, it is a bad idea. Please make it a note. The system must be energized. And 1 year is the outer limit which must be, and it should be conveyed if need be. If it requires my intervention, I will do it myself with the appropriate people. But our patent clearance must be completed in a year's time. When I'm talking of startups, I also concentrate on my public sector startups. STPI is a startup, one of the first in the country. NIC is a startup. So is SIDAC, so are others. I will also like you all to encourage and make your people innovative. And Ajay, keep an award category of the change agents of public sector departments, okay, in the field of technology, okay? I would really appreciate that. They should be encouraged. I know they have got imaginative mind. They need to be given encouragement. These are some of my points which I thought I must explain and convey to you, because when we have come with a more decisive majority, it is a validation of the work we have done. And our Prime Minister is very clear. We all got elected, came to Delhi, took oath, and from next day we are working. And my Prime Minister has not taken a leave in the last more than 15 years. And he gently tells us that treat every Sunday as a Monday. That's how we work. And that's how we'll continue to work. Because we have to transform India. In this transformation process, the startup should work to achieve, to conquer. Sharad, in services we have done very well. This is my last request, not as a minister, but a person deeply interested in the future of India. I want India to become a huge center of software products. The policy has come. What more is required so that all the ecosystem of digital horizon, from startup to products, to digital payment, to digital empowerment, to digital delivery of services, all are resonating, making India a country which has really transformed itself to digital platform. That's what my ambition is. I'm sure the excitement which I have noticed today will be felt always when we continue with this journey again. Thank you. Namaskar. Jai Hind.